I'm here with Tyler Hacking, and I feel like you've been talking about how there's real mycologists here and, others. So I want you to kind of give a little definition on what maybe like real mycologists are, or why do you kind of say that?
We're going to talk about that. So I'm sorry. I've transitioned each of the worlds of mycology, and from my academic training, a real mycologist is somebody who has a degree in mycology or whose research is in a relative field and focuses their research on mycology. So most of the mycologists in the world are actually molecular geneticists, microbial ecologists, plant pathologists, things like that. So there are very few people who actually have a PhD in mycology.
Got you, yeah.
And those people, they present at the Mycological Society of America Research Conference together. I encourage the public to attend. It's not cut off to the public. And there are a lot of people that accept the title mycologist, but formally that title means that you have a degree and specialize in studying in mycology in the formal academic world. In the public space, it has a different meaning. Where essentially, if you spend enough time loving mushrooms, then you're a mycologist. And by definition, that's just not accurate. So my degree is in biology and botany, so formally I'm a plant biologist. I'm not a mycologist, even though like all of my research is focused in mycology.
Right.
And so it depends on context, right? When I say real mycologist, I mean people who have degrees, like they're professors, they have a PhD, a doctorate in mycology, or at least a grad level, like a master's degree, that counts too. And conduct active research and are publishing typically mentored research collaboratively in a team in a lab where it's not one person, because that's not science. So that's real mycology, real mycologist.
I got you.
And it should be respected. It's hard work.
Yeah, because what would you kind of call the other people? Are they more like amateur enthusiasts, or like, I believe that anybody that has even like an observation, hypothesis, those people are scientists. So what do you say to that?
Ist in Latin also essentially means that you study that thing. And so the context can change, right? So if you spend enough time studying mycology, you're a mycologist in that context. Even if you don't have a degree. But then when you're in the room with that person with the degree, they're the mycologist. You're not. You know what I mean?
So there's a big difference, but sometimes there's overlapping though. Like you have so much knowledge that like people think that you do have a degree.
For sure, to a degree that's possible outside of academia, which is where that hierarchy comes from, because of the skill sets. A test of mettle to actually become a real mycologist is very difficult. You have to defend a thesis successfully after like 3 to 5 years of conducting a variety of experiments to provide enough data to prove your thesis accurate, and that's hard. That's super difficult. It should be respected and admired. And so it's based on the individual. If your degree is in plant biology, then correct people when they call you a mycologist, because that's what we're trained to do in academia, and we know better when we've gone through school and training. It's not meant to be derogatory, but it's more accurate description. I'm a plant biologist, and eventually maybe I will be a academic level mycologist.
I got you. What are these underrated events that everybody can attend? You're talking about the MSA. Like talk about like.
They're actually not underrated. There's always way more people there than any of the public events. It makes Telluride Mushroom Festival look small. I'm not joking. So we're talking about between hundreds to thousands of scientists from around the entire world. And they usually rent a really nice hotel and have multiple conference rooms, highly professional, catered, free alcohol usually, and it's next level. And these people they have an hour to tell you about 5 years of research they conducted. And so if you listen to their presentations for 5 days in a row, it's unbelievable how much you can learn about mycology in that period of time.
So since Tyler and I were talking about MSA, I just want to announce we will be speaking at this year's MSA conference in Portland, July 12th. It's Tyler, Alan Rockefeller, Mandy Cork, and I are accepted to do our own presentation. If you want tickets, if you also want to apply, if you also just want to meet up and get down and nerdy with Flora Funga Podcast and other people, that is where we will be. The topic that we are discussing, merging mycology with science and technology, public, private, business, academia. We're gonna be speaking at this year's conference. All right, sorry, let's go back.
and it is night and day different from the public events. There is not a hard separation. You can attend. They're not cut off to the public.
Okay.
And they're not like under advertised. It's just that the people in the public space are unaware of those circles.
I'm unaware of all of these.
You're an academic, homie.
I know, and I just feel like I'm just starting to learn about these. You know, I'm invited to these types of mushrooms festivals, but I feel like there would be some sort of, difference maybe in the attendance or just like overall presentations that occur there.
They're a lot bigger scale, and they're hardcore annual. Sometimes they get funded by the National Science Foundation and different universities that host them.
A lot more money in them.
There's a lot more money because they're nonprofit national and sometimes international organizations.
Wow.
So MSA, the Mycological Society of America Research Conference, is an international nonprofit organization.
Oh, cool.
And they do generate a lot of money with their journals, memberships, donations, and then they use that to facilitate events. And that's why they're next level, because it's not like public source, changing staff every year. These are professors that manage these events.
Wow, cool.
In boards. It's very, very professional.
Nice. Do you want to plug any of your stuff that you'd want to shout out, or?
Yeah, I've got this necklace KK is wearing. We make morel necklaces. If you like a legitimate, real Morchella snyderi, Morchella brunei, Morchella americana, we have bags and mushroom hunting baskets.
Nice.
We do professional photos and predictive mushroom hunting maps. So I made one just for Colorado that's highly focused on telluride. It's got different Heraceium lion's mane species. We've got chanterelles, porcinis, and shrimp russula is another one. So we make a whole bunch of different gourmet edible mushroom maps, and we use biostatistics, bioinformatics. They're highly predictive. Hit us up if you want to know where mushrooms are at. Save yourself some time, gas money, energy. I mean, people take 5 years not finding mushrooms they're looking for. Don't do that.
Right, or right now it's a pretty dry time here, but I'm sure with your maps we could still find some mushrooms.
Let's put it to the test. Literally, let's go find one using my map and do a video on it.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
2026, Tyler and I will also be in full gear of the mushroom maps. So if you are interested in hearing more details about how to get your hands on some of these mushroom maps for 2026, hit us up, either DM me, you could also DM Tyler Hacking. Yeah, this is gonna be a really fun 2026. What's your goals this year? Comment down below. Thank you for watching and enjoying Flora Funga Podcast. Please leave a review. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Because I am trying to monetize the channel again, so I would really appreciate any help liking or sharing, or just leaving a comment down below. Really helps the algorithm kind of push my channel. So thank you again, and have a great week, my scientists, and go learn something new today. Peaches!